God, the production value, man.
Yeah, it's going up. It's going up. We're slowly getting better. Welcome back to the West Coast Draft Podcast. A day later than we anticipated, but that's all right.
Blame my brother.
Yeah. Blame Rob's brother. It's okay. But we're back. We're here, and we're ready to talk college football, which we haven't done in a few weeks. In fact, if we really want to get into it, we got a few weeks we can recap.
That's right.
Which we'll do. We won't spend quite as much time
no.
on it.
No, we won't. No, we're not gonna. We are not recapping them. No,
we're not gonna recap anything that happened in Week 11.
No,
nothing.
Absolutely
week 11.
Not. Nothing happened. Nothing happened that week.
Week 11 was not a week of college football. We just imagined it.
Yep, exactly.
It was all a dream. It was all a dream. UW is actually 7-2 right now, and doesn't have maybe the worst loss in the Power 4.
No, there are far worse.
Among a team that had playoff aspirations.
What about Penn State losing to UCLA early in the year?
Penn State doesn't have playoff aspirations.
They had playoff aspirations then.
Okay, I'm talking about like in the double-digit weeks.
There's some bad losses in there, man. I think it was a bad loss, but there's no way it's the worst. There's no way.
I said one of the worst.
One of the worst, sure. I'll give it to you, sure.
All I'm saying is there's a reason that Illinois is 7-3 and in the top 25, and we're 7-3 with a head-to-head over them, and not in the top 25.
Honestly,
I'm
not too upset about it. I just feel like whenever we get ranked, bad things happen to us. So whatever.
Yes, I've noticed that as well. So.
If we finish 9 and
3,
9 and 4, we're going to be ranked in the postseason in the final rankings. So we're not making the playoffs, so it's not like rankings even should matter to us right now.
No, I know, but it's kind of a pride thing.
Yeah, I guess, but next year's the year.
Yeah. Yep. Especially now the fish is going to be staying.
I wouldn't count my chickens before they hatch.
Oh yeah, sure. Knock on wood.
I think where things are going, even with all the Lane Kiffin craziness, I think where things are going right now is he's probably staying.
Mm-hmm.
I think because Florida, even with all the craziness that's going on with Lane right now, they're going on with Lane. I think he's still going to go to Florida. Mm-hmm. UCLA sounds like they're not, like, no matter how much smoke you hear about it, that I don't think that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
I think they really want Chesney, but I think Penn State's going to get him first. Like I think he could be who could end up being the head coach for UCLA, and I think he'd be a good hire. Is Sean Lewis? I mean, maybe I'm a little biased. I love Sean Lewis, but I think that would be a good hire.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think they've made it pretty clear they're not hiring Skipper, which is kind of a bummer because he's done a good job. Feel bad for him, but yeah, I mean, I don't know if Jed would go. If your reason is culture-wise, the city and the campus pretty similar. Mm-hmm. Resource-wise, you got more at UW.
Mm-hmm.
And other than being an OC there, you don't have a huge connection there, So I just don't see that happening. If it does happen, I was wrong.
Yeah.
But I just don't see that happening right now.
I think reading the tea leaves, I think it sounds like he's going to be back.
Yeah, just gotta wait to see him sign on the dotted line. I think if we beat Wisconsin, I think the contract would have been signed already. I was hearing things that were like he was.
If we beat Wisconsin, he might have more suitors than other outside of UW.
He would, but I think there would have been more urgency to sign the contract. Is what I'm saying.
That's fair. That is fair.
Did you see Husky hoops last night? By the way,
I saw they barely beat Southern in like double
overtime. Oh god, that game was. I watched that game. It was a mess.
Yeah, U of A beat UConn tonight.
Oh wow, that's cool.
U of A might be the #1 team in the country in the next rankings.
How's Florida? Are they still really good?
U of A beat Florida a few weeks ago too.
Woo! Wow, U of A's cooking.
Yeah. Let's see.
It's kind of funny. Like some of the weirdest schools are basketball blue bloods. Like
oh yeah.
Why would Kansas or Kentucky be basketball blue bloods? Michigan State, Arizona. Those like the only basketball blue blood that makes sense to me. Oh, UConn is well. I think they're kind of a new blood. I guess they've earned blue blood status. I think they've earned blue blood status. But the only
they've
one
been
that
so
isn't
dominant
blue blood,
in this century.
They have been.
Who's that?
The only one that screams blue blood is Indiana because people love basketball in Indiana. Like in North Carolina and Duke, those two make sense.
I'd say UNC and Duke also.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Those make sense.
Oh yeah. You said it as I was saying it. Yeah.
But like Kansas, Kentucky, Arizona schools, and Michigan State kind of like, why is it Michigan State and not Michigan? Right? It's like, why
Michigan's
State?
had years. Michigan's up there at #7 in the country right now.
Well, Michigan State's a blue blood though. I'm saying they're a very good program, but they're just not a blue blood. Is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Gonzaga's not. They're a new blood, I'd say, although they haven't won it yet.
Yeah. You can't be a blue blood.
Spokane, Washington.
Yeah. It's very random. Yeah, you're right.
It is. I can get Syracuse. I can get that. That one makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
But like some of them just Arizona's, it's like it's not like they have a population that's known for basketball or anything like that.
Oh, UCLA. UCLA makes.
Oh, UCLA makes sense. That one makes sense. Yeah, that one makes sense.
Yeah. I was just looking at the other teams that are ranked right now. Indiana, UCLA. I'd say the North Carolina schools. Those ones make sense.
Yeah. Like Kentucky, Kansas, Michigan State, and Arizona.
You know why U of A is a blue blood for basketball, right?
Why?
Because it's an indoor sport.
Well,
they've actually got a pretty good hockey program at ASU.
That is true. Yeah. Best hockey in the state. I remember people were saying that when the Coyotes were just stinking.
Yep.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Yep. Hey, they might come back. So I don't know how somehow the NHL's at 32. Like they got even with the NFL, and they're still talking about expanding more.
Yeah, that one does.
Like
that
how many
doesn't
teams
make
you
sense.
gonna have? How many teams you gonna have? But it's a bummer. The Sharks are finally decent this year, and I can't go watch them play because there's no team in the state anymore.
Oh, brutal.
Oh well. 6. Well, 7. There you go. All right. You're welcome, Pandemonium. All right.
You see the video of like the kids at the Oregon State game going crazy because they like scored 67 points.
Oh yeah. In college basketball this year, every time a team hits 67, the whole crowd.
Well, no, it was
wild.
like it was field trip day.
Oh,
like it was a bunch of little kids,
like little kids. Okay.
It felt like it sounded like the apocalypse was happening.
Oh, geez, just the whole arena explodes. It's like that pop, the same pop you heard when the Mariners, or when Jorge Polanco hit the game-winning walk-off in the ALDS. You hear it when a random college basketball team hits 6-7. Jeez, that's ridiculous. Oh, man.
It's Thanksgiving time when my aunt has just texted me and summoned me into duty for cranberry cutting.
Oh, there you go.
She makes a lot of cranberry bread. It's very
nice.
I'm not usually a big cranberry guy, but Oh, I'm about to sneeze. All right, I avoided it.
Yeah, cranberries are very underrated Thanksgiving meal in my opinion.
I don't like
Element of
cranberry.
Thanksgiving meals.
I don't like cranberries. I don't like cranberry sauce. I don't like vodka crayons. Not my thing. But I love the cranberry bread, especially with
Yeah,
that nice big knob of butter. That's good stuff.
that's valid. That's valid.
Like I got people in my family who are just love cranberry sauce, especially the canned one. So, not for me.
I do like I don't know. I can get behind cranberry sauce. And maybe it's like just sometimes it's the way because like there's weird like cranberry sauces that like have too much of like a I don't know how like a crunch to them. Like there's still like the seeds in there, and I don't
Yeah,
get behind that. I like my like a smooth, like almost like you're just eating Jello.
you like the canned one then, right?
Yeah, canned one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what my family likes.
Yeah.
I can't agree.
All right. Bless
Finally,
you. There it is.
finally.
There it
Oh, it
is.
was in there. I just can't get behind it personally. And it's not just the canned stuff. I don't like the normal because they usually have both,
Uh
and
huh.
the that
Bless you.
whew, and the non canned stuff usually doesn't get touched much. But like I don't get plus you. Thank you, Pandemonium. I don't mess with either of them.
That's fair. That's fair. I just saw a funny tweet. It was from well, the original tweet was from CFB Kings. It was a picture of the Notre Dame Miami score and then another picture of the NC State Notre Dame score and then NC State Miami score. And his caption was why play the games? Obviously playing on the fact that hey, why is Miami ranked below Notre Dame in the new CFP poll? Uh, and the quote tweets from a Stanford fan. It's why play the games, and it's the Florida State Alabama score, and then the Stanford Florida State score. Yeah, why play the game? Stanford should be top 10. If Alabama's going to be, what are they now? They're Alabama's 10. Stanford should be top 9 easily. I don't think we can argue with that. Speaking of the new CFP, we got a new CFP breakdown here.
Woohoo!
Not a ton of change from last week. Well, actually, no. The whole 21 through 25 here is new teams, so that's kind of fun. Not ranked. Well, not completely new. Like Missouri was there a few weeks ago, and all these teams have been ranked at some point in the season. But we got 5 teams coming up from not ranked, which, if you care about the Huskies being getting back to the realm of the ranked, beating UCLA and one or two of these teams losing on Saturday, that's the path to that happening. So there you go. All of them play. Missouri plays Oklahoma on the road. Illinois plays Wisconsin. We know that is not a guaranteed win. Houston. Who's Houston? Houston's hosting TCU. Not an easy win. Tulane's playing Temple. They'll be fine. And then ASU's playing BYU. No, ASU's playing Colorado. So, yeah, we'll see how those go. So any of those teams lose, or like if Tennessee loses or UVA loses again, or no, UVA doesn't play. UVA's got the week off. If any of these like bottom, let's say if any team from Texas down loses, there's a shot that
Yeah,
UW
we
might
just
be
got to
back in
beat
it.
UCLA in a very cursed place at a curse. So here's what very much worries me about this game.
Yes.
Historically, we play very poorly at UCLA. It's not a place
Uh-huh.
we do well at. Also,
Uh-huh.
this is their last ever game, most likely at the Rose Bowl.
Yep. Unless they
Emotion,
actually get to the Rose Bowl at some point
yeah.
in their future.
Their last home game at the Rose Bowl,
Yeah.
most likely. There's, I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure there's a chance where they settle things. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure donors would probably be upset about that. Um, and they could be playing for trying to get their current coach hired full time.
Right.
A lot of emotional things going on. Sounds like Nico's back as well. But here's the things that the Huskies have going for them. They've lost, I think, 4 straight now, 3 or 4 straight. So they might be figured out a little bit. And then they also are eliminated from the bowl games. So do certain players just kind of check out, get ready to go to the portal for the NFL? Maybe. Who knows? I'm very, very curious to see how this game goes.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of past the point of expecting them to win any road games. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, I'm worried.
I'm going into this game expecting to lose. Now they can surprise me. I love surprises when they're good surprises.
Especially if we don't have Denzel and Jonah.
Yeah. Well, and it sucks too. Is this game's gonna be at 8:30. It starts at 8:30 Pacific or Mountain Time. So I'm gonna be pissed off at midnight.
Yeah. No, although, I mean, we took Purdue down when they've looked pretty damn good against some pretty good teams too.
Yeah, no, Purdue wasn't a bad team, but that was in Husky Stadium, so it's almost like how much weight do I want to put on it?
Because we did the same thing to Illinois.
Yep.
It's like what should I expect here? And we haven't really played a quarterback like Nico with the running threat that he is either. So that also has me very curious. But I will say the defense has been playing great lately.
Yeah, the defense, even against Wisconsin, the defense. I mean, they've been good in basically every game since
Michigan,
since the bye for sure.
I'd
say since Michigan, yeah.
They held Michigan at 21. Michigan wasn't their fault.
No, it was not. It was
Ohio State, maybe. Oh, best game since Maryland. I'd say best game since Maryland.
For the defense or just overall?
Oh, no, I mean they've been good since Maryland.
Oh, good since Maryland. Yeah, because defense wasn't their fault, or defense was. Sorry, Michigan was not the defense's fault. There you go.
Michigan was the mod. Zadrius Rainey Sale.
Yeah, he's been a revelation.
Dude, he's so athletic.
They're getting so many good contributions from true freshmen this year. This 25 class looks awesome.
And then their recruiting class they got coming, they're most likely getting a commit tomorrow from Mission Viejo D lineman, who's a 4-star. And it's funny because me and a buddy of mine who both follow recruiting really hard, not someone you know, but we're watching, the first Mission Viejo game of the year. It was against the team that what's his name? I think it's Palmer's son's team, I think.
Oh.
He's coaching it. Is it Jordan Palmer or the Bengals Palmer? I forget. But
Jordan Palmer was also on the Bengals too, so both of them.
But the team that one of the Palmers coaches, and they have Mission Viejo has a Husky cornerback committed who's a really good player. So we were watching it because it was like broadcasted live on YouTube or whatever, not just some parent recording it or something. Because we just wanted to see how he's doing, and we were like, "Who the hell is this D lineman who's just wrecking everything right now?" And we're like looking him up. He's like committed to NAU, at the start of the year. He's maybe a little undersized, but not horribly. He's definitely a 3 tech. Like, who the hell is this guy? Because this guy's good. And 2 weeks later, Miami and Utah and everybody starts offering him. It's like, okay, our eyes didn't deceive us. He commits from Northern. Now he's and after today's 24/7 update, he's like a composite 94 and 4-star. So, what a rise!
There you go.
But it's between us and West Virginia tomorrow. We have a couple crystal balls. So.
That's like the CFB 26 Road to Glory, where you don't have any offers going into your senior year, and then all of a sudden you just blow up out of nowhere and are 5-star by the end of the year. Which is very realistic. Definitely happens.
Yes. Happens all the time. It's not like they know by the time you're a sophomore for the most part.
Yeah. Not like there's kids that are committed to schools by the time they're sophomores.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I just thought that was kind of funny. And shoot, I totally lost the train of thought. But yeah, no, oh yeah, the recruiting class. Yeah, no, like we got a really good recruiting class coming in. That's another reason why I hope Jed stays.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Oh
and
yeah.
then the momentum we have going into the next class too.
Mm-hmm.
Here's how you can tell someone's a good recruiter. They're getting good players when they're not great yet.
Mm-hmm.
And he got, I mean, he got T Mac at Arizona, so that after like what 1-11, so
Yeah. Oh yeah. They were
that
terrible
should
in
tell you some
2021.
recruiting chops.
Yeah.
And didn't they almost beat Jimmy Lake?
They did. They did almost beat us. They did almost beat us.
So
Oh
yeah,
man. But they did beat Cal, so we can always laugh at Cal.
that is
But
true.
even
That is
Jimmy
true.
Lake beat Cal. Hey, Jimmy Lake went undefeated. No, that's not true. He
That's
lost to
not true.
Stanford in 2020. Lost to Stanford in 2020. I was
That
gonna
one
say he
was
went undefeated
brutal.
against the Bay Area schools, but he did lose to Stanford in 2020.
I remember the players were at like a hotel at Bellevue warming up. The Stanford players because it was during COVID. They're in the downtown
Uh-huh.
Bellevue big park that I grew up at.
Oh yeah, that's actually kind of cool. That's
Yeah, it
pretty fun.
was. I remember seeing like it on Twitter. It's like, damn, that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
It's like, damn, should I go over
Um,
there and start coughing all over the Stanford players?
yeah, there you go. That was like me and Conrad at the. I think I've told you the me and Conrad at the Kings and Blazers game right before COVID.
Oh, yep, yep.
Great times, great times. Oh man, it's like two out of the last like 4 podcasts have had Conrad shout outs on them. So shout
Shout
out Conrad
outs.
Johnson again, King Conrad, Johnson. Anyways, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, so we got college football action to talk about here. Anything else from the rankings we want? There hasn't been a ton of movement. It's
No,
Alabama lost, which is fun, which is nice, but that
very
kind of
fun.
led to a cascade of everyone moving up 1 and then moving down
Yeah,
6. But other than that, not a ton of movement. A little bit of movement in the 11 to 20 range, but not a ton. Yeah, for the most part, this week was a pretty boring as far as like, oh yeah, here we go. I think Georgia may have clinched a spot in the SEC championship, but I could be wrong about that because I know the rivalry games against Georgia Tech, so it won't affect SEC
that's right.
standings.
Yeah, good old fashioned hate. I think that's what they call it.
Yep. I think A&M's for sure locked in. Yeah, A&M. No, they can still finish with 2 conference losses.
Bama has to
No,
win.
never mind. They play Charlotte this week. Never mind. Wait, no, I'm looking
Bama
at
has
Georgia. Never
to
mind.
win. I know that.
Oh,
The Boris
Georgia
first.
doesn't have another SEC game, so they're like locked in. No, I guess
The Boris
yeah, and they've
first
got
trip
the
to Jordan
tiebreaker
Hare.
over Ole Miss. So yeah, Georgia's in. Georgia's for sure in because they've
Okay.
got the tiebreaker over Ole Miss, and no one else. Oh, but Alabama's got the tiebreaker over Georgia. Ooh, I actually don't know what
Alabama
happens.
needs to beat Auburn to be in, and they can
Yes.
clinch it. I know that.
Oh, and you're right. You're right. If Alabama beats Auburn, and Georgia probably doesn't want to get in because they can coast past Charlotte. If they beat Georgia Tech, they're locked into the top 4. They don't because you don't need a conference championship to get a bye week anymore. So Georgia's like, don't put us in the SEC championship, please.
Yeah. How crazy is
Um,
that?
I know. That's the problem, and I think one of the good things about like the conference championships mattering as far as the bye goes is people actually wanted them.
We need to fix the conference championship games for sure. There's
Mm-hmm.
there's something needs to be fixed there. It's not working with this. We never should have gone to 12. It should have been 8. 8 was such a good number. It wouldn't disrupt bowl games like they are now. It wouldn't mess with the portal. 12 was too much.
Mm-hmm. Too many at-larges now. You gotta make it. You gotta be like at top to be an at-large. Which
Because
again,
if it's 8 conference games, conference championships matter.
right? And well, if it's 8 conference games that or 8 spots, I mean, then there's no first round buys. You
That
play
too.
1 versus 8, 2 versus 7, so it doesn't matter. So you're not like, oh, I don't want, and I don't want to be in the SEC championship, or I don't want to be in the ACC championship, or whatever it is. Like, all these teams will want to be in their conference championship because A, you're fighting for less spots and you need the resume builder, and B, it doesn't matter that you might lose a bye week if you happen to lose.
Yeah.
So
Also, it's the conference championship, and that should matter.
And that should very much matter, yes. It should very much matter. And obviously, it was more of a pure playoff game than it was just a conference championship game. But I just remember the vibes around the 2023 Pac-12 title game.
Oh, my God.
Were insane. And a lot of that was because, well, A, it was the last Pac-12 title. Really, it was because it was A, two hated rivals that had played the game of the year 2 months before. And it was a true playoff game in the sense that whoever won was in, whoever lost was out. So that was the main reason. But it was also the last Pac-12 title game, and that mattered for something.
I guess not anymore, though.
Not anymore. Yeah, we'll have another one next year. And it'll probably be Boise State. Maybe San Diego State. They're building a solid program down there.
Depends if they keep Lewis or not.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Alrighty. Let's see. I think we talked
They're
about
definitely going to lose their DC. Someone's going to take them.
Yeah. Well, and what is Chris Johnson? They've got an insane DB. I want to say his name's Chris Johnson. Hold on. Let me confirm. It's a guy we're going to be talking about. Chris Johnson. Yeah, a guy we're going to be talking about in spring for sure. He is draft eligible. Oh, Not only is he draft eligible, but he's a senior, so he's basically locked into the draft.
Mm-hmm.
No more COVID eligibility. There's always these waivers. You can never be 100% sure.
Yeah,
but most likely going to be in the draft because he's a senior. Alrighty, is it time? Is it time for us to do a little recap of Week 12 because Week 11 never happened? Is there anything else we want to talk about at the 27-minute, 18-second mark? Is that a no? Can
you say that one more time? Sorry, you cut out.
Oh no, yes. Is there anything else we want to talk about the 27-minute, 18-second mark before we do a recap?
Actually start? No.
Okay, yeah. All right. In that case, Week 12 started with Minnesota, Oregon. Actually, you know what it started with? It started with YouTube TV and Disney finally getting their crap together and agreeing to a deal. So I could actually watch college football this week. So that was lovely. But then it started, well, technically, I guess the Clemson game was on before the Oregon game. But because we go in the order of the ranking, we're going to talk about the Oregon game first here, where they throttled Minnesota. Minnesota hung in this one for the first 2.5 quarters, and then Oregon kind of just laid it on from there.
Yep, it was pretty ugly from Minnesota. I mean, they were just outmatched, and they were trying too much.
Yep.
And then Oregon got really lucky with Whittington totally fumbled it in the end zone.
Mm-hmm. Let me be right back. I'm going to just grab a drink real fast, so if you want to talk about it a little bit.
Clemson, Louisville, I watched this one. This one was awesome. A missed PAT had a huge effect, but there was just absolute madness throughout the game. I know there was a botched snap on a Clemson punt late in the game that Louisville got back, but then they missed the kick, I believe. Blocked the kick, missed the kick, something happened. Their kicker had a rough one. Their kicker blew that one for him. He had at least 2, possibly 3 missed kicks and one of them missed PAT. Just brutal. But it was very entertaining. Happy for Clemson getting that one. But yeah, that's tough on Louisville. That's a season ender right there.
Yep, at home, playing a down team that is literally fighting. They're 3-6. They're fighting or 4-5, I think. Literally fighting for their bowl lives. And you let them come into your town and kill you. It's just brutal. So that's a bad look by Louisville. Yeah, seconding what you said, though, about the the kicker situation at Louisville. That was terrible. Couple chances for a game-winning field goal, and he blew them all. Just a horrible game by him. On to Saturday.
Yes, sir.
UCLA got slaughtered. They hung tight, actually. They hung tight for the first half, or first quarter and a half. And then
it's tough not having your quarterback.
Yeah. Especially on the road in Columbus. Yeah. Yeah, there's not much you can be judging here with UCLA. They played the number 1 team in the country tight on the road in a spot where I don't think anyone was giving them a chance. And they didn't really play. I mean, their final score indicated they didn't really ever have a chance in this one. But they fought. They fought. And that's what you want to see if you're Tim Skipper right now. Notice how they started losing and no one hears about Jerry Neuheisel anymore.
I know, right? I don't think Jerry's going to be back there either. Here's something interesting I saw.
Yeah.
Sounds like the Huskies OC has interest from Colorado State. Bring Jerry home.
Daughtry.
I think it's Doherty.
Or Doherty, yeah.
Bring home Jerry, Jed. If he leaves, that'll be fun.
That would be fun. And let him call plays.
Yeah, honestly, I think Jed needs to have an honest discussion with himself about giving that play calling.
Yeah. Yep.
Because they run pretty similar systems. Heavy zone run.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think would blend pretty well. You know who UCLA should hire? Who's doing really good right now?
Who's that?
Jim Elmora.
Jim Moore. Bring him back.
Jim Moore 2.0, baby.
Jim Moore 2. Electric. Hey, if the Arkansas can bring in Bobby Petrino as the interim, UCLA can hire Jim Moore.
Honestly, getting rid of Moore was a mistake for them. They've been on a downhill ever since.
Who was the immediate Jim Moore? Oh, no, it was Chip. Chip was the immediate Moore replacement. Okay, I was like, man, he was actually there for a while.
He was, and they were doing fine. They never got over the hump or anything, but like,
they were solid.
It's gotten a whole lot worse ever since they let him go.
Yes. Oh yeah, 100%.
And he's done a really good job at UConn.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Moore is an awesome at UConn.
He's Bellevue's finest. Went to Interlake High, right down the road from me.
Mm-hmm. Former Seahawks coach, the Seahawks coach before Pete.
Yep. 1 year.
Which is crazy to think, because like he was very young actually at the time.
Yeah, he was. He was Holmgren's handpicked successor too, and got canned after a year. Thank you, Paul Allen, for doing that too. That was a good call. You got that one right.
No, let's see. So he was born in '64. He became he was the Seahawks coach when he was only 38 years old. No, 37 years old.
Original Sean McVay, Jim Moore.
There you go. DBDC. Oh, actually, the original Mike McDonald, because he was always a defensive side of the ball guy.
That's true.
Yeah.
John Elmora walked so Mike McDonald could run.
There you go. Seahawks, 2009, hire a young 37-year-old defensive-minded.
Damn, Mike McDonald was 36 when they hired him. So close.
Oh, man. Right there. That's why Mike McDonald's so much better, because he was a year younger. It's crazy. How old? Let's see. 30. So if he was 30, how old is he now? He's only in his. If he was 37, he's not even 60 yet.
Yeah, he's in his 50s, right?
Let's see. Wait, 64. Hold on. Am I terrible? 47, not 37. What am I doing?
That makes a lot more sense.
What am I doing? I was like, wait a second. How is he 64 now if he was 37? Okay, never mind. 47.
You fired, hot shot. That's why you teach history.
And so I teach history, so I'm not a teacher. Try to do that in my head. I was like, wait, hold on. This doesn't make sense. Hold on. Never mind. He's 64. He's not relatively young anymore. Never mind. Marvin Lewis. There you go. How old's Marvin nowadays? He's probably about 70. Let's see. 60. I caught myself. You know how old he is, though, just by my reaction to seeing how old he is. Everywhere I go, I see the numbers. Everywhere I go, I see the funny numbers. That's why I've started calling him in class. I'm like, oh wow, funny numbers. Ha ha ha. Anyways, Wisconsin. Speaking of funny numbers, Wisconsin, Indiana. Look at that. Wisconsin still only scored 7 points.
Wisconsin's got a good defense, man.
Their defense is legitimately good. Yeah.
Mason Post is really good.
Yeah. How many passing yards did they finish with? That's my question.
I think
98. Okay. So we actually held them to less passing yards than Indiana.
They had to pass more, though.
That's interesting. They did have to pass more. That's true because they were playing from behind. They were not playing from behind against us.
Shoot, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, they had them at halftime. It was 10-7 at half.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was tight.
Yeah, Wisconsin. I don't know. Wisconsin's bad, but it's mostly just their offense. Like their defense is good, and they're tough to go in. It's tough to go into that. Tough to go into that stadium and win as a road team still.
And in that weather.
Yep. Yeah, the weather didn't help. I think if we didn't have to play the second half no blizzard, there's a good chance we pull it out still.
Yeah, probably.
But don't want to make excuses for them for playing a terrible game.
Or their punter was their passer.
Oh, we lost to a team whose punter was their leading passer. That's just great. We won't want to talk about that too much, though. South Carolina A&M. What a crazy game.
Shout out to that sheriff. Wait, no,
I was gonna say I saw A&M after the game was pretty close to be like he has been banned from being the officer at any future A&M games. And I'm like, what do you mean? You should deputize him. You should lock him in. He should be at every game from here on out.
Yeah, that was so crazy, man. I bet you every Gamecock has had those intrusive thoughts, though. You just let him win.
Yep, let him win, and it cost him his job. But he also became a meme forever for A&M. He became an A&M legend.
That's so funny. That's just so ridiculous. How could you do that, man?
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, it's like a 3-second viral clip that doesn't end up actually meaning all that much, but just everything that's that comes from it is just everything that came after has made it legendary.
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
Oh man, but yeah, I think it was fun. I think it was Brett Coleman after the game that was like, they've got to deputize that sheriff. But then, like literally, like I think 5 minutes after I saw that tweet, I saw he was banned from being the security.
They fired him quick. They fired his ass quick.
I was like, really? Should reward this guy. What are we doing?
They took him behind. They took him to the behind the what is it? Behind the shed. They got
behind the woodshed. Yeah.
Officer, whatever. What kind of animals are we going to have on our farm?
Yeah.
Did you ever have to read what's the name of that book? Of Mice and Men?
I did have to read. Mice and Men's a great book.
Oh, I do. I love John Steinbeck. It's just what kind of animals are we gonna have on our farm, Lenny?
We're gonna have rabbits on the farm, Lenny.
No.
That's Forrest Gump.
And it's no. You're asking Lenny. You're asking Lenny.
Oh yeah. George. Are we gonna have rabbits on the farm, George?
No, George asked Lenny, "Tell me what animals we're gonna have on the farm."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's been like 10 years. It's been no. I read it. What?
I read it going into freshman year of high school. So it's been a while.
I read it during freshman year of high school. I think literally a first semester of freshman year of high school. So it's been 11 years since.
Yeah, it was my summer reading for high school.
Oh yeah.
Freshman year.
Okay.
Summer. There's a joke in my extended family. Summer reading, ruining a Labor Day weekend since 1995. Yep. Summer reading in our school district was strict.
That's why I didn't do AP or English after a while. That's why I did honors English.
It wasn't just AP. It was everybody.
Oh, really? They made you do a summer reading for non-AP classes?
Yeah.
We didn't have that.
Since middle school,
really?
Do it. Yeah.
Oh wow, we didn't have that. That's crazy.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. Ruining Labor Day weekend since 1996.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you guys start school like a month after we did, though.
Yeah, I remember my senior year. By then, I definitely started getting a little senioritis, and the summer reading for the English class I was in was Brave New World, and since I was applying to college, I had a ton of AP credits. I didn't need to take AP. I didn't want to take AP Lit because I already took AP Spanish Lit. I'm like, I'm not doing this shit again. And so since it was just normal English, it was a lot like you can make an art project rather than write a whole essay, right? So it's like, okay, I'm gonna do a project, and so I totally just put it off until right at the end for like the first time in high school, right? I was a good student, I was a good boy, and like the night before, I just like, oh crap, I got to do something, I got to scramble. And did you read Brave New World?
I did not read Brave New World. No.
Okay, so like, it's like it's like a vision of the future, like from a guy who wrote it in like the 1920s, like a very technological future, kind of dystopia. And Henry Ford is very idolized there. It's about a little bit after the Model T came out, right? And became such a big deal. So people are always making instead of the sign of the cross, they're making the sign of the T. And so like I made took a bunch of pictures from Google Images of a bunch of things in the books and some themes in the book and made it in the shape of a T. As like, oh, society's held up by all these other things. And it's the sign of the T, blah, blah, blah. And my teacher was like, wow, Robert, this is one of the best projects I've seen. So profound. So that was just brilliant. I was like, thank you. I totally didn't do this in 15 minutes. That's just a fond memory I have. Like the best project, the best thing I ever did, I was summer reading it in 15 minutes.
Yep. Yeah, I remember.
But yeah, no. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I remember the last minute cramming on all the summer reading. I remember sophomore year was the worst because I had AP European History summer reading and honors English summer reading, and I was not
that's
doing any of that. So I was cramming it all. I didn't even read one of the books for the summer. I think I spark noted it.
Nice.
The other one I read, I skimmed it, and then the AP European History one I did read because I was interested in it. But there was a writing assignment attached to it. There actually, what was crazy? Honors English, and you know what? I don't want to hate an honors English teacher, but on the second day of school, we had to write an essay about the book.
Brutal.
The one I didn't read. The one I sparked. I think I got a C on it. So you know what? I pulled it off. I pulled it together.
Take those.
C's get degree. No, hey, I'm a teacher now. I can't be saying that. Never mind. I finished with an A in the class, and that's what matters. I finished with an A in the class. Man, I'm having. I think back fondly about my time in high school a lot, my time in college a lot, but every now and again I'll get a flashback to a time where I was like, I'm not a big fan of what's happening right now, and I'm like, you know what? Ain't so bad. The passage of time ain't so bad sometimes. Sometimes we hate it. Other times it ain't so bad. Actually, funny enough, that same class, honors English sophomore year. It was a group project. And two of the other kids in my group were band kids, and I was not a band kid. I was a football kid,
Yeah.
So, and I got along pretty well with these guys. I had no problem with them. But it turned out it was caught that one of the kids in our group cheated, like used like for part of our project, plagiarized literally off of like Spark Notes or something. And everyone thought it was me. It was not me. I did that assignment. But it did feel pretty bad when I had to follow through. I had to help out the investigation to find out who actually was, and I had to expose one of my boys like that. That hurt. That hurt because it was a multi-part assignment where it was like, hey, there's 3 of you in a group. There's 7 parts to this assignment. Try to break it up however you want to. And this dude literally he had to write like the summary, and he copy and pasted off of straight up copy pasted Spark Notes. I'm like, dude, come on.
Nice.
Don't cheat. Cheating's bad. I've hated cheating ever since that day because it almost cost me a 100-point grade in a class I needed. So, don't cheat, kids. If you're watching this and I ever catch you cheating, we're gonna have problems. Especially if you're one of my current students, because
Spark Notes is like the original ChatGPT.
Yeah. Well, and if you need it as like a refresher or something like that, that's fine. If you even want to read it just to kind of understand the book better, that's fine. Don't copy and paste off of it. It's a supplement, exactly. And do not ever copy and paste off of it for a freaking essay, because that will get caught 1,000% of the time. Come on. We live in a day and age where, yes, we have AI, but we also have AI detectors. So
I don't use AI. I think for myself.
That's my soapbox. Anyway, speaking of soapbox, how about Kalen DeBoer losing again? First home loss is a powerful approach.
Wow.
Yeah. It took him a while, but
Oklahoma has his number, man.
They do.
Because, and you know why? Because Brent Venables is one of the best signed Steelers in college football. Very, very well known, not secret.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Seahawks play the Titans this week, right?
Yep.
Okay. My dad just texted me. Should he play Sam Darnold or Matthew Stafford in fantasy?
Darnold. He's gonna bounce back.
But Stafford's playing the Bucks, and the Bucks defense is awful.
Is the Titans defense?
Titans defense isn't terrible. It's not great, but I think Stafford's less turnover prone.
That is true.
So,
see what Ernest Jones said after the game.
No, I did not. What did he say? You pulling it up?
Oh. I was just trying to find the raw quote, but I can't find the raw quote. But basically said like, we're riding with Darnold, and if you think otherwise, F you.
I did see that. Yeah. I didn't realize that was Ernest Jones. You see, when they're not your team, I don't recognize these dudes when they don't have a jersey on.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
What was I going to say? Anyways, back to Oklahoma, Alabama.
Tom Material had a good game. Ty Simpson did not.
No, he did. I don't know. Oklahoma had opportunities to kind of put this game away a little bit more than they did.
Bama defense played better than their offense. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, 100% they did.
Under DeBoer.
100% they did. Bama's offense is not impressive in this one. But
Venables doesn't get credit for how good of a defensive coach he is.
He should. He led the best defense in the country for like half a decade.
I know. And ever since he's left, they've never been the same.
No. They have not. What year was that? 22? Yeah, it was after Lincoln Riley left. So 22 is when he left. Which Clemson was kind of already on a downward trajectory at that point, but it spiraled after that. spiraled after that. Have they even been in 2021? They did not make the playoff. 21, that was the year Cincinnati made it. So that would have been Bama, Cincy, Michigan, Georgia. 22. I guess they made the playoff last year. I was going to say they haven't been back to the playoff since, but I guess they literally made the playoff last year as the 12 seed. 22 was Georgia, Ohio State, TCU, Michigan. Gosh, that Georgia-Ohio State game, man, was so fun. What a great game. You ever just think about that games like that? You're like, man, I miss being in that moment when that game was on. That Georgia-Ohio State game was one of those. The Rams-Chiefs game from like 2018, that Monday Nighter, that was one of those. I don't know if I've ever had that feeling about a Bengals game. I don't know. Bengals games just stress me the hell out.
Yeah. Seahawks games stress me the hell out, man.
Yeah.
All right. Texas, Georgia.
Speaking of Georgia, since we've been talking about Georgia a lot the past minute or so here. Georgia absolutely whooped Texas. And
That's a surprise onside kick, too.
Yeah, with the surprise. Georgia's had Texas's number, so I guess, and Texas is having a bad year, so I guess we should have. I thought Georgia would win. I didn't think they'd destroy them, though. This was a dismantling.
Yeah.
Like, even this score, as bad as it looks, the game was worse if you actually.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Like, if Georgia kept their foot on the gas the whole time, they could have won, like, 49-0. They started to play with their food a little bit towards the end of the first half. And that's
now, what's
Texas
his name?
Even made it look somewhat competitive.
Saying that Sark's going to leave.
Yeah. He shut it down. I doubt it. I don't think he wasn't successful at the NFL level. I don't see an NFL team coming and grabbing him.
Yeah, no, Sark's not going.
Yeah.
He hasn't made pretty well at Texas.
Did you see Josh Naylor said the Tucker, their clubhouse dog, was one of the reasons that he decided to resign? That's awesome.
He's such a troll.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Oh, man, Tucker's a good boy. Tucker's a good boy. He's not a puppy anymore, though. He's a big dog.
He is. He's a big boy.
Gotta get a puppy in there. Anyways, I'm biased towards puppies, obviously. Let's see. Georgia's rolling. No more SEC games either. This is their last SEC game of the year unless they go to that championship. So, which they probably won't now that we've kind of done the math on. I guess Texas A&M could always lose a few more games, but they probably won't. Let's see. Who's A&M play this week? Samford? Okay, yeah. No, yeah, I guess, yeah.
Poor Samford.
So, yeah. The worst.
This is the last year of these games, right?
Yep, because they're going to have to go to the 9-game conference schedule, yep. So.
Finally, man.
Yep. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, so A&M's only got one more conference game. Are they locked in? I don't think they're... If they lose to Texas and Alabama and Georgia both finish 7-1 in conference, there's some jacked up tiebreakers.
Yeah.
Even if they lose to Texas, they're still going to be in the playoffs.
Absolutely. They're going to be in the playoffs. They've been.
Yeah, they're locked in. They're locked in. Unless they lose to Samford.
I'm going to be studying some Elko stuff pretty soon.
No, he's been a revelation for that program. What a great hire he's been. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'll worry about all the tiebreakers and stuff next week when it's last week of the regular season. That's when it'll all be relevant. I'm not going to worry too much about it right now. Although, I guess Georgia, A&M, and Alabama all only have one SEC game left, so it's basically the last week of the regular season for them anyways. Actually, no, Georgia has 0 SEC games left. Never mind, I'm wrong about that. So, Anyways, Texas probably eliminated from the playoff, but we'll see. We'll see. If they lose to A&M, they're 100% eliminated at that point. They have 4 losses at that point. So they should already be eliminated, but they're such a big brand. I mean, they're a 3-loss team, and they're the 17th ranked team in the country. That makes you wonder what's going to take for the committee to drop them any lower. What if I told you on, let's see, what was the first? What if I told you on August 23rd, 2025? I'm going to take you back in time here. I tell you on August 23rd, 2025, that in 3 months, 2 of the top 6 teams in the country are from the great state of Texas. But neither of them are the Texas Longhorns.
I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, I think most people would. My goodness. Texas Tech, I love Texas Tech, man. I started to get on their train towards the back half of last year. They're such a fun team. They really are. They're so well coached. Joey McGuire's building a great program in their recruiting. So seeing them succeed at this level, it's awesome. It's awesome. Very well deserved. Very well deserved. And they got the oil money too, which helps.
Oh, big time oil money.
Big time oil money. Well, no, I guess I'd still say Oklahoma State's probably oil U. I was gonna say oil U beats space U, but
oil U.
Yeah, I'd say OSU is still oil U, but Texas Tech's probably up there. The Kiffin Bowl. Ole Miss, Florida. Florida covers in this one. They kept it tight.
Yeah, no, good for Florida, man. They did keep it tight.
They're trying
Lane's
to show
getting ready for his new job.
Coach.
Yep.
I was gonna say they're trying to show out for the new coach. They're trying to earn a spot. They're trying to make it so he doesn't want to
all the chaos about Lane's trips this week for this game too. It's just craziness. We gotta do like a head coach predictor.
For college? Oh, that would be fun. That would be a lot of fun.
This can be a crazy character. I think like so many guys are staying, man. So many guys are committed to staying.
Yeah, crazy. Like Signetti already re-signed.
Rule
already re-signed.
Lashley.
Did Lashley re-sign?
I'm pretty sure he did.
I thought I saw his name brought up for the Arkansas gig the other day.
Yeah, because it's his alma mater, but I think he re-signed.
I might have misspelled this. Let's see. Brett Lashley. Three weeks ago. Yep, you're right. Look at that. Never mind. Yeah, Brett Lashley's out of it. I guess the video is a few weeks old, maybe. Summerall at Tulane's going to be one of the big names, probably.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's one of the biggest names, man. Coach decided to stay.
Yeah.
Oh, Chesney at JMU.
Oh, yeah, good call. Sean Lewis, maybe, for what he's doing at CSU. Or not CSU, San Diego State. Trying to think if there's any other, like, Well, now, I guess Sean is technically... I don't know. I wouldn't call the new Pac-12 Power 5. So, I'd still call that G6.
Yeah, no, it's G6.
Yeah.
All right. Notre Dame, Pittsburgh. Game day.
Yeah, this was game day. You see, there's like no one there.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah. The governor of Pennsylvania was like out there trying to hype up. This is a football town. You see it here. Josh Shapiro, yeah. Yep. You see it here, and they pan to the crowd, and there's like probably 40 people there.
Here's the funny thing about Josh Shapiro. He has very much tries to do basically does an Obama impression in the way he talks. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but I've known about this since like the Veep Stakes last year. He was a big candidate. The way he talks is just total like white guy doing the Obama voice. And
Yeah.
in like one campaign stop or something last year, um, he was like talking about like, and my faith means something to me, like almost Brian Kelly esque. I remember there's this like this Jewish podcaster that I follow who covers politics. He's like, that makes no sense. We don't talk like that. We don't talk about like I'm guided by my faith. It's like that's just
Yeah.
totally ripped that from Obama.
Yeah.
I thought that was really funny. But he does the Obama voice. It's very interesting. Listen for it if you haven't. But he seems like a good guy. So I can't rip him too much, but it is very funny to get him for that. But no. Why are so many political figures coming on sports shows, man? I don't like it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, it started with Trump in the Fox broadcast booth last week,
I
and then going
totally
on Pat McAfee a few days later.
I totally missed that too. And like
Oh,
the
it was
only clip I've
hilarious.
seen from that is Woody Johnson. He's a good guy. Jets aren't doing too good right now though.
The day they won that day too. Funny enough,
That's so
it was
funny.
pretty funny. It was pretty
Because
funny
you know
because
that Woody Johnson was Trump's ambassador to
yeah.
England.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Just that is like, and that's one of the cushy, like well-known cushy patronage jobs out there.
Yeah. Well, especially to the UK too.
No, that's what I'm saying. No,
Yeah.
like the ambassadorship to the UK specifically is a patronage job.
Right. Yeah. No, it's
Ambassador bringing them bad football.
Yep. Yep. Um. Yeah, no,
That's
the
the only
Trump.
thing I
As
saw
soon
from
as
his
I heard
speech.
Trump was gonna be, because I was getting like tweets because the Bengals weren't. It was during the Seahawks Cardinals game, so I knew you probably missed it. But it was on the Commies Lions game, and I went over too because I was just curious
Did he
about
talk
it.
about Dan Campbell? He's like, oh, he bites kneecaps. He's a
No,
killer.
he didn't say anything about Dan Campbell. Really, he was kind of talk. They're trying to get him to like kind of commentate. He's like, it was like a 4 yard run. He was like, "Oh, that's a nice run. That's a nice run there. He made a nice move there." It
Yeah,
was
see,
very like surface level. Like he has
he
no
just
idea what
doesn't
he's
know
watching right
anything
now.
about football. He just doesn't know anything about football. Never
Yeah,
has, you know. I think he tries to, because Americans love football, so every politician's going to act like they love
right.
football. I don't think Trump. The only sport Trump actually likes. You know what sport he loves?
Well, golf.
Oh, true. Shoot. Okay. Yes, that one obvious. I messed that up. But one like sport he loves other than golf. Golf's
Yeah.
probably one of his favorite things in the world. He loves boxing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Loves
He's always at
boxing.
like the UFC events.
Well,
Yeah, I
not
didn't think about
even
that.
more than UFC though. Even more than UFC, he loves boxing.
Yeah.
So like, there's like a big corruption scandal during Trump one, where
Uh
like
huh.
his fixer got called to Congress and like a bunch of documents got released or something, and like basically Trump and his fixer kept trying to bribe people with boxing gloves, like signed boxing gloves. So that's like one thing they always had on them that they tried to bribe people with. It's like, who really wants those? But did you see he was at the McDonald's like summit? He loved being there. I'll tell you that. He loves McDonald's, man. But he was like speaking at the McDonald's summit. That's just too funny.
Yeah.
But no, he loves like I think he does like MMA. I think MMA is probably a little closer to football. I don't think like he's genteel, you know. I don't think he loves super like the violence of MMA and football as much as he loves boxing. He loves how boxing's all about stars. He loves star power.
Uh huh.
In boxing, you got the big name boxers coming in, championship match, belts, all that stuff. That's what he likes. Storylines, right? because everyone knows he loves Broadway.
Uh-huh.
He loves the storylines. He loves Phantom of the Opera.
Yep.
My good friend Andrew Lloyd Webber, who's living in Trump Tower, told me, I got a new show. I got a new show coming out. Would you like to come see it? I said, all right, I'll come see it. And oh my gosh, when that chandelier dropped, the music, the gondolas, he says a gondola. He loves Phantom of the Opera. That's probably one of his second favorite thing other than golf. He loves, you know what his other favorite musical is?
Yeah.
It's very funny. I don't think you'd expect it. He loves cats. Loves cats. So, like, if you're at Mar-a-Lago, two of the things he always has playing is the Phantom of the Opera musical and the Cats soundtrack. Those are the two things he are on repeat there.
Everything you're telling me right now, plus like the Bill Clinton rumors from a few days ago, it's all starting to make sense.
Oh, I mean, it's pretty obvious that he's very queeny. He's very queeny. He loves Broadway.
I cracked up when I saw that. I wasn't gonna lie.
Oh yeah, Bubba.
We'll get into that.
Yeah, that was a crazy headline. I'm not gonna lie.
I won't get into that. That's not what we're here to talk about. Every time I think about it, it does make me laugh, though. What a twist to end 2025. I'll just say that. If it's true, what a twist to end 2025.
That would be crazy, man. Hey, the files are coming out. The files are coming out.
They are. I doubt it's true, but it was probably just guys saying stupid stuff. But it'd be funny if it was. Anyways, from that to two institutions that I know would never support that: TCU, BYU. What a segue! That's one of my best segues ever, right there. I think. Yeah, BYU just absolutely took it to him. What happened to TCU, man? They were competitive early in the season. They've just been getting steamrolled the past couple weeks. 6-4, so they're bowl eligible, but I guess they barely lost to Iowa State.
It's like I had such high expectations for them, man.
They were rolling to beat SMU.
BYU's just really
beat SMU comfortably, and SMU's not a bad team. They beat them comfortably. Losing to ASU after that, everything kind of went downhill. Like they beat Colorado, but like whoop de freaking do, everybody beats Colorado. So, yeah, I don't know. TCU kind of fell off. BYU still rolling.
Gary Patterson
makes me more every day that passes, or I should say, not every day, because I ain't thinking about this on Wednesday. Every week that passes, I get more and more upset that the refs screwed U of A against BYU. Because if U of A would have won that game like they should have, they'd both be 2 losses. U of A would be ranked right now. Both these teams would be in the low teens, early 20s right now. Instead, BYU's 12,
such a good squad,
and U of A's unranked.
Like, honestly, the thing about BYU is they can only, like, they'd be even better with a better quarterback.
Yeah. No, I don't believe in Bear Bachmeier. I still don't. Still don't believe in Bear Bachmeier.
I don't either.
Maybe it's sour.
But I really believe in the rest of their squad.
Oh, yeah, they got a good team. They got a good team overall. But I don't know. Maybe it's sour grapes, but they should have lost to U of A, and I'm so upset about that.
They should have, absolutely.
You
hear about the big scandal in Washington high school football?
No, what happened?
Oh, this got out today. So basically, there's a big playoff game, Bothell versus Moses Lake, and this is all coming from Bothell parents, but they dug up some interesting things. There's a lot of brutal calls against Bothell that game. Took away a touchdown, just some brutal calls. Turns out, like, all but one of the refs were affiliated with the Moses Lake football in some capacity. So, yeah. It's looking pretty bad. They got screwed pretty bad.
That's not great. That's not great.
And Bothell is, I don't know how much you know about. I guess I don't know if this is very good, but the politics or dynamics of Washington high school football. Bothell is just one of the great programs in Washington in public schools. So, and Moses Lake is not. So it's kind of crazy. Puyallup, the city name that probably gives non-Washingtonians the hardest time to pronounce, probably winning state. They're insane. They're insane. I remember I heard someone call it Puyallup.
Puyallup.
Puyallup. So it's
to be fair, there's a lot of Washington high school names like that.
Such as?
Or Washington, just Washington city names in general.
What's another one?
Okay.
I've heard people have trouble with Spokane.
Spokane's not hard. Maybe when you read on paper, sure. I swear, and this is gonna sound funny. The first 12 times I read it, I thought Camus was pronounced Camas.
It's actually Camus, not Camus.
I don't even know anymore. I always thought I don't live there anymore. I don't care.
Go Papermakers.
Jeez.
That's their mascot.
Camus. I've literally never heard it called Camus either. So
I know.
I'm just
yeah, no, it's Camus.
You could be trolling me right now, and I wouldn't.
I'm genuinely not.
I still don't know. Camus,
genuinely not. I've too bad I played with.
I was calling it Camas in meetings, and people were laughing at me, and I'm like, bro, I'm not.
Camus Papermakers, good program, really good program.
Yeah.
They got a big paper mill, so it stinks there.
Yeah,
that's why they're the Papermakers.
Northern California, every name is easy to pronounce.
There is an Anus, Washington.
Oh, that's brutal.
Look it up real quick. Aeneas.
Is that not Aeneas? Aeneas. Is that not Aeneas?
It's Anus.
Dang. That's brutal. Anus Valley. Of course, it's a valley, too.
I know. It's I think that word is typically pronounced Aeneas, and it was probably originally intended to be called that. However, locals call it Anus.
You see, I love that I grew up in Sacramento was a gold rush town, so every town is easy to pronounce.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. It's all just freaking Midwesterners that came over trying to hunt gold.
Yeah. I think a lot of the Native American named areas probably give people some trouble too.
Yeah.
Snohomish, Skokomish, Swinomish, Skycomish.
Oh yeah, there's so many Homishes.
There's a lot of Homishes. Yeah. Cleellum, maybe that gives people trouble. I think that's French though. I like
Willamette. I pronounced it Willamette for the longest time.
Yeah, that I can see that. Yep. Well, you got you have.
I know it's Oregon, but it's PNW.
Yeah. No. My cousin went to Willamette, played baseball there. What about? There's that weird county with that weird name.
It's probably a good thing that Seattle's become such a big just cultural everyone in America knows it, because otherwise people would definitely think it's pronounced Seattle.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. What's that Eastern Washington county with the weird name that is pronounced way different than how it's written? Oh, look this up real quick. Ponderay. Pend Oriel, as it would be written, but Ponderay.
Okay.
Oh, Walla Walla, not a hard one, but a classic. Walla Walla, Washington. You know what Walla Walla is famous for, Bo? You should know this.
Walla Walla. Oh, I should know this because I know Walla Walla, Walla Walla, Walla Walla.
Walla
I
Walla,
should know.
Walla Walla Sweets. That's what they're called.
I should know this because it's. I literally I've heard it for sure before.
Walla Walla
Tell me.
Sweets. Walla Walla Sweets. Does that ring a
Oh,
bell?
Walla Walla Sweets. Oh, that's what. Oh, okay.
Does that ring a
No,
bell?
I did not. No, it's not.
Well, they're sweet onions. They're known for onions. Walla Walla Sweets are a kind of onion.
Oh,
And
I
they're
didn't know
really,
that actually.
They're really good. They're really good.
I did not know that actually. No, I did. Okay, never mind. I didn't know that one. You got me with that one.
They also have really good wine out there too.
I was gonna say I've heard of Walla Walla is like famous for something, but I can't remember what. Like, so a famous person came from there. Maybe.
Yeah, no, they're like I don't know if they're minor league or some. They have a baseball team. They're the Walla Walla Sweets, and they have an onion mascot. They might be independent. I don't know. All right, should we go to Utah Baylor?
1 second. I have to figure out what I know it for real fast.
What you what?
What I know Walla Walla for, because that's not what I knew it for, but I know it for something.
It's in the Oregon Trail game.
No, I'm gonna remember it sometime, someday. Anyways, Utah Baylor, yeah, Utah destroyed them. Baylor's offense putting up 28 on Utah is nothing to sniff at, but just like it's been all year, Baylor's defense is just awful.
They got a can of Randa, man.
Yeah, how is their? He's a defensive coach. How's their defense this horrible?
A defensive guru.
Yeah, well, supposedly their defense awful. They got good
Welcome.
offensive talent.
Sawyer Robertson wasted.
Yeah. U of A beat Baylor will probably be a fun game this weekend.
Oh, they're gonna kill him.
Well, yeah, U of A is going to put up. U of A's defense is pretty good. Yeah, you know what? There's a good shot. It's going to be a lot of points scored. I think there'll be a lot of points scored. Yeah, Utah's rolling though. I think they're outside the playoffs right now, but it's going to.
I want Aranda fired because a bunch of flip targets are in Baylor.
Oh, are they? Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, if they're defensive targets, shoot, just tell them to watch this film.
Well, they like Aranda.
That's true. He seems like a guy that plays.
He's a good guy. He's brilliant. There at least was, but just I don't know what's going on there.
You got figured out.
Maybe. I think who I think's been figured out a little bit. I think UCLA's been figured out a little bit.
100%. That's why. And I mean, they weren't super talented to begin with. I just think
but
they also weren't playing like the best teams in college football. They played
they played Penn
Michigan State, Maryland.
Yeah,
they weren't exactly playing the best and brightest when they went on that little stretch.
That's also true. But
yeah, those are 3 wins.
Rick Neuheisel or Jerry Neuheisel has cool hair. the meme will never not be funny.
Cool hair.
You guys only show Tim Skipper when they lose.
Yeah.
And they only show Jerry when they win.
Yeah. Utah's
he's got to be wearing. I don't know what's up with that hair, man. Like, it just doesn't look natural. But I guess
no,
I guess he's always looked like that though. He's always looked like that.
Yeah, he looked like it when he was a player too. So yeah,
it really looks like it could be a toupee, just the way.
Genuinely.
It
looks. It's awful. It's awful.
I think he'll be a Husky next year, because you know why? Jed loves his nepo babies.
That's true. He loves the nepo baby.
Brandon Carroll might be back. God help us.
Oh no.
The memes going around the Raiders, like, I just found out who our O-line coach is.
I did see that. I think it's. I saw a Speed reaction. We'll talk about Speed tomorrow.
Oh, yep. That's so funny.
I
Why
have
is
no
he
idea how they
there?
got him. He's from Cincinnati. He's from
Oh, he's
Cincinnati.
from Cincinnati. Okay, that makes a
Yeah.
lot more sense.
I didn't know he was
now.
a Bengals fan, but he's from Cincinnati.
Yeah, I had no clue he was from Cincinnati. It felt very random without knowing that.
Yeah, no. When I first saw it, I literally had to Google and be like, what is this connection? I was like, okay, he's from there. Okay. But
I'm
it was
sorry,
very random.
especially to the audience, to you kiddos. I do not get streamer culture. That's just something I just don't get.
No, I don't either. I don't either. I mean, I don't follow it necessarily, but like I know the names in it enough.
Yeah, same here.
So that I can like kind of get an idea of what's going on. But if there's like beef between like Speed and Drewski, I'm like, okay, I don't care.
Well, Drewski, Drewski cut the skits. That's what I know Drewski from.
Yeah. Well, Drewski's kind of graduated to. He's in everything.
He's in commercials now.
Yeah, Drewski's in everything now. So
that white face he did was so funny.
It was hilarious.
And then the comments were so pissed, and the comments were like, "So it's okay for me to do blackface now?"
Yeah.
Whoever's his makeup artist, man, they
did a great job on that one.
They did a great job on that one. Have you ever seen the classic SNL sketch of the Eddie Murphy whiteface?
I probably have.
He's he is on a bus, and as soon as the last black person gets off, like they start having a party and like they're like drinking stuff and playing music. Like he goes to the bank, and the bank's like, after the black person leaves, like, all right, now that he's gone, and then he just brings up the money box, like, how much do you need? It's just like, it's pretty funny. It's like really just like, it's a classic. Eddie Murphy, man, what a comedian.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see, where were we at? Oh, NC State, Miami. Here we go. A couple ACC games in a row here. Miami just absolutely. And Miami's starting to get back to looking like the best team in the ACC again. They're starting to regain their form.
A little late for that.
A little late. Hey, but they're still probably going to go to the ACC title game.
That's right. I remember there was the talk of Duke versus I forget who, but Miami and UVM, Louisville getting locked out, and Duke Pitt in the ACC title, but that's over.
Oh, maybe not. Oh wait, Georgia Tech. Who's Georgia Tech play this weekend? Georgia Tech plays Pitt. Ooh, but they're both one loss. Okay, so Georgia Tech and Pitt are probably playing for a spot in the ACC title game. Wait, who's... Oh, never mind. Miami plays Pitt that last week. Never mind. So if Georgia Tech beats... Never mind. I'm not going to confuse myself with it. Georgia Tech's last game of their ACC schedule is against Pitt, as is... No, Miami gets Virginia Tech. Never mind. It's probably too late for them to get to ACC title game. We'll see how it shakes out. I'm not going to try to play with it too much. It'll be interesting. SMU's even still in it because SMU's got the head-to-head over Miami.
That's right. I
don't know who their remaining schedule is. Louisville and Cal. We'll see.
Not great, not horrible.
No. Hey, FSU's at least got 2 conference wins now. Good for them.
No, Norvell, you're safe.
Speaking of the ACC, Georgia Tech going down to the wire with BC. Literally had to hit a game-winning field goal with 2 seconds left.
Stinks too.
Yeah, BC's 0-7 in the ACC.
You think this one? Yeah, I gotta get some water.
Yeah, you're good. BC's 0-7 in the ACC, and they almost beat Georgia Tech. It was in Boston, and starting to get to the time of year where weather's going to favor a team from up north against a team from down south. But not a good showing. Not a good showing at all by Tech in this one. They come out with a win, but their defense just overall, there's a lot of questions with Tech the past couple of weeks, I'd say. And I know they had a bye, I think week 11. Week 10, they had their first loss, I believe. I could be flipping those two. It might have been a bye in Week 10 and loss in Week 11. One of the two. Basically, ever since the Syracuse game. I'd even argue Duke played them pretty close. I'd say ever since maybe other than the Syracuse game, ever since the Duke game, it's just been kind of trepidation. There's some trepidation with Georgia Tech. I think, they're down to 16 in the ranking, and I think it's probably about where they belong. They haven't earned a big promotion off of that, in my personal opinion. So they're playing with their food a little bit here. Now, again, they've only got the one ACC game left, so they might still be fine. They might find themselves in the ACC title game. I think if they beat Pitt, they're basically in, I believe. Let me confirm. And I don't know this for sure, but if they beat Pitt, I think they lock themselves in. Yes, because Pitt would have 2. SMU and Virginia could screw that up, but I don't think they would. It would go down to tiebreakers and all that. Yeah, I think if Tech does beat Pitt, I think they're in the ACC title game, which is the Tech would need a win in the ACC title game in order to take playoffs.
Has Key signed an extension?
I don't think so.
I don't think he has yet.
I confirm Brent Key. Is it Brent Key or Brett Key? I always forget.
I think it's Brent. But hey, you can cut him open and see what color he needs. It's like, I love how like most people's responses are like red, like Arkansas.
Yep. No extension for Brent Key yet. So there you go. All right, I'm gonna go get some water myself. You want to talk about Iowa SC?
Absolutely. What a game, man, from USC. That's not a tough team to. That's a tough team to beat. Another crazy defensive lineman pick. Felt like one of the picks I get really mad at. I think everyone was saying this. It was like one of the interceptions you get really mad at when you play CFB off of a goofy deflection to a lineman. But it happened in real life. So I guess it's not all that unrealistic like we thought it was. But no. I mean, hey, I said all year that USC is soft until they prove me otherwise. And this is a damn good Iowa team. And I'm starting to prove me otherwise, man. I'm starting to believe in USC. I'm really excited to see how they play Oregon. I think that's going to be a very fun game to watch because they both had some tough, close games against Iowa. USC, you have my attention. I think they're a team that could maybe eke their way into the playoffs. It's pretty tough with, they have some losses that are pretty, it'll be tough for them to get into. But I think if they get in, they can make some noise.
Yeah, the tough thing in the Big Ten is you basically need to come in as an at-large because the top 2 teams in the country are coming from the Big Ten and they're not playing each other the rest of the way. So,
what about in the conference title game?
Well, other than the conference title game. And when I say that is you're not going to be the conference champion. In like the ACC, you can sneak in as the conference champion. Like Georgia Tech can find a way in by virtue of being the ACC championship. You're not going to get that in the Big Ten because the Big Ten championship, spoiler alert, is going to be Ohio State and Indiana. Indiana doesn't even play this week. Yeah, they just have to beat Purdue and they're in.
Hey, Purdue's got a bye. They could pull it off.
Oh yeah, there you go.
They're totally not getting 70 put up on them.
Yeah. And then Ohio State has Rutgers, and I mean Michigan, but like I think even if Ohio State lost to Michigan, I think they're still in.
Absolutely.
I think. Don't quote me on that. I think. Well, I guess Oregon.
Oregon has to win out.
Yes, 100%.
Against USC.
And I guess SC's only got one conference, so actually. There's certainly a path to Michigan being in the Big Ten title game.
Probably one of the most undeserving teams ever.
Yeah. Indiana is basically in. If Ohio State loses to Michigan,
They're
it kind of
not
opens
losing
up this
this year,
can of worms.
man.
They're not going to. But because we were saying the same thing last year,
I think these are very different circumstances.
and I would agree with you, but it
Never
opens
say
up a can of
never.
worms. Right. And SC and Oregon play each other, so one of these teams will have 2 losses. So you eliminate one of these two. Say Oregon wins, just cause.
Oregon wins. You told me to say Oregon wins.
I know.
Put a little police spot on you. Put a little Leslie Nielsen on you.
I'm trying to figure out. I don't know. It come down to tiebreakers. Indiana's in. Indiana's not losing Purdue. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, there's a path to Ohio State still somehow missing the Big Ten title game. If they lose to Michigan. Obviously, they don't lose to Michigan. They play Rutgers, so they're not losing to Rutgers. So, crazy times. But we'll worry about that when we worry about that. What's next here? Speaking of Michigan Northwestern, barely. Michigan eked this one out. What is with Michigan going on the road to these, I guess the Purdue game was at home. Never mind. I was going to say they're going on the road to the Northwestern's not terrible, actually.
Bryce had a rough one, man.
Yeah, he did. Came through when it mattered, though. Or Dominic Savada came through when it mattered, I should say.
Yeah. At Wrigley.
So, at Wrigley. That was kind of fun to see him do it in Wrigley. That was cool.
It was.
Yeah, I don't know with Michigan, man. It's funny that they do still technically have a path to the Big Ten title game because I just don't see it with them. They're just not very good. They're just not very good.
They're
not. Virginia stomped Duke. Kind of got back to form a little bit. Didn't affect their ranking at all. They didn't go up or down, but hey, they got a win. They only got 1 game left on the season, so, and it's against Virginia Tech, so. Which James Franklin? Hey, we haven't talked about James Franklin's
That's
new
right.
Tech coach. That's fun.
Is he gonna coach on the sideline?
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I'm wondering if that's the reason they took away the Miami line because they don't know if Franklin's actually coaching or
not. I don't think he is. I don't think you're allowed.
I don't think he's allowed to. I thought.
I don't think so either.
I think they hire him for 29 and they let the interim finish the season. Or 29. What am I saying? 26. Yeah, I thought that was the way it worked, but I don't know why they took away the Tech line then.
I think that would just be really weird and hard for the players too.
Oh yeah,
you can be in the stands. How about that?
Yeah. The only reason I even think that it might be is there's the precedent I've seen, and I know it's a different sport and professional, so it's way different. But there's a season in 2014 to 2015, the Sacramento Kings started the year with Mike Malone as our head coach, fired him December. They obviously have an interim, and I can't remember the interim's name off the top of my head for the life of me. They 3 weeks after he was the interim, he wasn't even doing that great. They named him the full-time coach and then proceeded to fire him in February to hire George Karl to be the new head coach.
That's crazy.
I'm like, this is the most insane season I've ever heard. Why name him the full-time coach and then fire him? I did not get it. I was so confused.
That's crazy.
Genuinely one of the most bonkers things I've ever seen.
Well, here's my understanding of it, right? You can only have a certain number of on-field coaches at one time.
Uh-huh.
So I think that for that reason you probably can't do it.
Yeah. Ty Corbin was the coach. My goodness. What a disaster class that season was. I'm surprised that the Wikipedia entry is not longer.
Yeah.
Let's see. Just wild. Anyways, Virginia Duke. Tennessee, New Mexico State. We don't have to talk about a lot. Tennessee took care of business there. South Florida. Every time they get ranked, they lose.
Yeah, I know. Shout out Bill Horvath.
Yep. Also, by the way, have you seen the uniforms for Army Navy this year?
Oh, I
to celebrate
did.
250 years.
They're
beautiful.
really good. I
They're
love the
so
Navy
good,
ones.
and they kill with the uniforms every year. But this year
Oh,
they're
yeah.
fantastic. They both those sides really went all out for the 250th anniversary, which is cool to see. Shout out America. That'll be a fun one. Just that whole whole experience, and also I don't even think about this. 4th of July next year is going to be such a banger.
Oh yeah, 250.
Oh, 250. That's gonna be awesome,
dude. When we're 76 years old, the tricentennial.
Oh yeah.
My dad has many stories about how much fun he had at the bicentennial. He's like,
Yeah.
I want you pushing me in a wheelchair once the tricentennial. But,
Oh,
Dad, you'll be 109.
Oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. We'll keep him alive. Hey, medicine will make it so he'll be around by then.
Yeah, cryo sleep, wake him up for the
tricentennial. Hey, well, my students, of course, figured out they really struggled to do the math on this one. They realized that I will be 67 in the year 2067.
Wow.
And I'm like, wow, shocker. You guys know I was born in the year 2000. Wow, how long did that one take you guys to figure out?
Riveting.
How does it feel? You're gonna be 67 in the year 2067. I'm like,
pretty obvious.
Yeah, I've known that my entire life. This is not new news to me. I'll be 66 for the first 16 days of it, and I'll cherish those 16 days. And then I come at him if I'm still alive at this point, because you guys are driving me crazy.
Taking years off my life.
Taking years off my life. We'll see if I make it to 76, guys, or 67. And lastly, the game I want to talk about here.
Let's
U
hear
of
it.
A went into Cincinnati, and it's so like Cincinnati to get the hopes up of their fan base just to crush them against a team that should be inferior. But no, I honestly think this U of A team is a better team than Cincinnati. I think they're both
I've said it
3 now.
I've said it all year since these frauds. They're frauds.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they have a bad coach. Yeah, they're both 7-3. It's just Cincinnati's got a better conference record. That's the main thing. Unfortunately, all of U of A's losses are in conference, so they're 7-3, but they're 4-3 in conference, so like in the middle of the standings. But, yeah, no, they're rolling. Their offense is playing so much better this year. Now that we don't have the terrorists, Dino Babers is our OC. Defense has been awesome this year. They don't lose as much to the draft this year as they lost last year. Like, yeah, we're gonna lose with Fita, and that kind of sucks, but they're starting to build something good in Tucson. So, Brent Brennan, you're not quite off my fraud watch yet, but you did get a ranked road win before Ched Fish did. So
he could be UCLA's head coach next year, and that'd be horrible.
No, I don't think Brent Brennan's a U of A alum.
No, he's not. He went to UCLA.
Brent Brennan?
Yeah. His brother went to Arizona. He played for UCLA.
Oh, you're right. He did.
Howard Hot Chat.
I know he is. I know he's got connections to U of A though.
I told
like
you
the whole
his
thing
brother
when he got hired.
His brother played at U of A. I just said that. That's the connection.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Oh, he's a GA at Arizona too. He's not going to UCLA though.
I don't know, man.
No, he's not. Oh, he's not a big enough name yet. He hasn't been successful. We're
He's
not
actually
talking about
pretty
D'Anton.
respected.
You know
He's
what?
actually pretty respected from his time at San Jose State.
Are we not talking about D'Anton Lynn? That's like an obvious name for UCLA.
I haven't heard any of that.
Oh, I think that's very likely.
I think that would be a very good name. I think they should have done that when they hired Foster.
They should have, but I think that would be a name that I think, especially considering USC kind of actually being competent on defense now.
Well, here's what everyone wants right now, right? No one wants to hire coordinators right now. Everyone wants to hire an experienced head coach.
Right. I guess hiring a coordinator is kind of what got them where. That's what got them where they are now.
Yeah, exactly. And Brent Brennan's actually quite respected from his time at San Jose State. Like, he was on the short list for UW when he hired DeBoer. You good? You good?
Yeah, no, I'm just reading stuff here. There's not really any. Yeah, no. There's no buzz, and that's the thing. Considering what you're saying, you'd think there'd be buzz about it, but there's literally no buzz online about Brennan being a name for UCLA.
Yeah, interesting.
So,
I think they're not. I think Chesney's going to go to Penn State. Alan Gill's like the guy for you because
Chesney's so there was actually on November 9th, Stuart Mandel and Bruce Feldman, I guess, were on a podcast, and they talked about it a little bit. And Feldman said that Brennan's standing in his camp, thinks they've got a better shot at making the playoff at U of A than they do at UCLA. So if all things are equal, he'd stay. So there you go. And that's like the only thing anybody's ever said on him potentially going to UCLA.
All right. I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when UCLA strikes out.
I'm pretty sure D'Anton Lynn. I think D'Anton Lynn's going to be the name they go for. I truly do. I think the connection's there. I think the recent success is there. That's why we gotta do That's why we gotta do the coach predictions, though. That's why we gotta do the coach predictions once the carousel starts running, because that'll be fun. All right, I gotta start getting the. That's what I'll do. I'll get the next tab I make will be the 2025, or I guess 2026 college football coach predictions.
All right, who's next? Is that all the ranked games?
No, it's all the ranked games. Other games, K-State or Oklahoma State, and just a
14-6. Woo!
Barn burner there. UConn beat Air Force. ASU barely beat West Virginia at home too.
Yikes!
ASU's got ranked off of this game. ASU barely beat West Virginia, and they got ranked off of it.
North Texas killed UAB.
They did. Missouri State beat UTEP. Not that UTEP's amazing, but hey, shout out the new boys.
Penn State,
shout out the new guys.
Beating Michigan State.
Yeah, they killed them.
Smith. That might be Byron Smith, man. Aiden Child's got benched.
Illinois killed Maryland. It's kind of a low week as far as total games goes. I feel like there's not a lot of games here to talk about.
A lot of bye weeks.
Yeah. Wake killed. Is Wake going to be bowl eligible with Dicker in their first year?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, look at that 7-3. Really that was a quiet 7-3.
They've had a really good year, man. Dicker's
they have. Dang. That's a quiet 7-3. They snuck up on it.
Look at that.
Yeah. Well, in there's like a bad loss to Florida State, but everything else is like, dang. Held
Isn't that
tight with
crazy
Georgia
that
Tech.
Florida State's a bad loss now?
Yeah. All right, Purdue UW. Let's talk about it.
I think Jed Fish said it perfectly when he said it's probably their most complete game they've had all year, as it was. Took my close friend, who's a big Purdue guy, went to Purdue. We had a good time. Poor guy. First game at Husky Stadium, they got killed.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Damon had a great game. Defense was great. Xavier's Rainsdale, like TV copy doesn't show how high he got up. Jordan Washington broke a big one. They finally gave it to him in the run game. Anna Muhammad clearly is the kind of running back that does much better when he's the bell cow rather than with a guy who fills in. Run game was excellent. Reshuffled the O line. Champ Leia, true freshman, got some run at guard rather than Gary and Hatchett and looked really good. Yeah, I mean, overall, just a complete game.
Yeah. No, I mean, I wish they played like this every week.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, you could sit here and say it was Purdue all you want, and fair enough. Like, I'm not, like, jumping up and down doing backflips, but Purdue was holding right with a lot of good teams. They held tighter with Ohio State. They held very tight with Michigan.
Yeah.
UW just absolutely trounced them. I think it was 35-0 or 42-0. At one point, it was like a lot to nothing.
Yeah, at halftime, I think, too.
Yeah. So, UW handled this one exactly what you want to see out of them. And again,
good bounce back.
They can do that more often.
Yep. You got to figure out how to win on the road. I'll say this. I was looking at some stuff, just remembering some of our big criticisms of Fish last year. Do you remember what some of them are?
What's that?
I'd say the biggest one was red zone offense. You couldn't punch it in. We are about a 90% clip right now. Oh, wait, no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we're about 90% clip for touchdowns in the red zone. And another one was kickoff coverage. That's also improved a lot. So let's hope we can improve on things this year like we did, or next year like we did this year with road wins and D-line.
Uh-huh. Yep.
O-line improved a lot too. I mean, that's one of the biggest ones.
Yeah, they have to. I mean, they yeah, that was a big thing last year, and they did a lot to improve the offensive line in the offseason. They need to do the same thing on the defensive line this offseason.
I think we're going to. I mean, like,
but who did have a good game in this one?
Who?
Folsom Bulldog, Deshaun Lynch.
Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah. He was awesome. I think, and one other thing we need to improve, Hunter. We need to. It's pretty clear that Fish hates what we've done because he said, I think he said, like, at this point our punt game is what it is. It's like, oof. Yeah. Is that what something you want to hear from your coach?
No, he's awful. Dunn's awful. And McAllister was bad last year. Dunn's bad this year. They need to figure out a punter situation in the offseason, man. It's bad.
I mean, is the last good punter we had Race Porter? And, like, it's not like Race Porter 100%. Had a crazy leg. Like, we haven't had a good punter in ages.
Well, Race Porter is the best player on the 2021 team. McDuffie was on that team. Never mind.
And he wasn't even that good. He was just good at rugby kicks. Yeah. He could get him to roll, but, like, he didn't have a booming leg or anything.
Right.
Is Husky Stadium a hard place to kick in? Yes, it's very hard. However, we still suck at punting on the road.
Yeah. Exactly.
Grady has been much, much better this year, though. I think he must have had like the yips or something last year.
Yep. Yeah. Huge step up from last year. Last year we were starting to think, we gave the scholarship to Grady too early. Yeah. And this year it's like, okay, he earned it. He earned it back.
Is this his last year?
I think so. He's a senior this year because he was their primary kicker as a true freshman, I think.
Yeah. He's either a senior or a junior.
I can't remember.
22 was Peyton Henry. But I think
was
he was
still
on the
Peyton
roster.
Henry? Okay, then there's a good chance he's still a redshirt then.
I think he was on the
roster. No, he's a senior. Yeah, he's listed as a senior on their website.
Do you get a redshirt as a walk-on?
Yeah, you can still get a redshirt as a walk-on.
Huh. Interesting. This is 2025. He was on the roster in 22. You should have another year.
He was on the roster in 22.
You should have another
He's a
year.
senior on their website, though.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We do have a freshman kicker coming in.
UW might just be one of those teams that doesn't do a good job of actually logging what year of eligibility guys are in.
We do have a very good
possible
freshman kicker coming in, though, although he did miss a PAT in a playoff game.
Yeah.
Shout out to the high school kicker on my team. He's pretty good. He's a freshman. He can be. Oh, he's a damn good cornerback too, which I did not expect from him at the start of the year. He can call it kicker.
This picture of Grady Gross on Google Images, where he's got like this like bleach blonde hair. He looks like the bad guy from Happy Gilmore too. Hold on, I gotta pull this up.
Oh, he does. He does. This is waist. Can he really flex his waist back?
Yeah, I think he definitely can. He definitely can.
What was the name
of the villain from Happy Gilmore too?
What was the name of the golf team in Happy Gilmore?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't remember.
I'm blanking on it.
Yeah, but it's ridiculous. Other games here: Florida State killed Tech. Cool. Mizzou killed Mississippi State. Cool. Wazoo got back on the winning ways. San Diego State beat Boise State. Look at that.
I know. Changing the guard.
Oh, there you go. Right as they both entered the Pac-12 too. Look at that. Look at that. All the scoring.
Boise State had a bit of a down year, man.
This game.
For their standards, this is definitely down.
Fresno beat Wyoming. Oh, good for them. Alrighty. And that brings us to week 13, unless you have any more closing thoughts from week 12.
No, let's go to week 13. I'm going to crash soon.
Yeah, I hear you. Hey, it's almost midnight for me. Talk about crashing. It's almost midnight for me. Also, there's a bunch of thunder crashing outside the window now.
Oh, thunderstorm going on?
Here we go. All right. Oh, yeah. I love this time of year. Yeah, not midweek Maction. You love Maction, but okay.
They can only do so much for you.
Right. FSU, NC State on Friday. Cool. ACC's really taken over that Friday night slot.
They have Hawaii test on Friday, but it's at UNLV.
Oh, that's right. We got a Friday.
Oh, wait, no, this is Central Time. Okay, I see now.
Right. Or Mountain Time. But yeah. Still. All right, but that brings us to the first ranked game of the week, which is Rutgers taking on Ohio State. We tied again. We've tied for a few weeks in a row, I want to say. Look at that. I still have the most recent win with the 1 week where I beat you by 6. So I'll just go first. I won't do all the math on it or all that. Actually, you know what? Never mind. I earned this. I'm going to let you go first. Ohio State minus 31.5 taking on Ohio State minus 31.5 hosting the Rutgers Scarlet Knights.
Yeah, I'm taking Ohio State here.
Yeah, I agree with you that one. Rutgers is kind of I don't know, how's Rutgers? I'm not going to change my pick.
They barely beat Purdue.
They barely beat Purdue. They got killed by Illinois, killed by Oregon, killed by us. Barely lost to Minnesota. Held tight with Iowa. But, yeah, there's not a lot of inspiring stuff here. They beat Maryland, but just not a lot of inspiring stuff right now. So, yeah, I'm with you there. Texas A&M, Stanford. I am taking A&M because there's no line.
Me too.
Oklahoma, Mizzou. Oklahoma, 7.5-point home favorites over the Tigers, who just got themselves back in the top 25. Who are you taking?
I'm taking Oklahoma.
Taking the Sooners. I agree. If you can go into Tuscaloosa and win, I think you can beat
that defense is playing really good right now.
Yeah. Miami, Virginia Tech. No line on this one for some reason. Miami is presumably a favorite, I imagine. Give me the Hurricanes to win straight up, I guess.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's kind of an easy one. Georgia, 43.5-point home favorites over the Charlotte 49ers.
Since they don't have Biff Poggi anymore, I gotta take Georgia. Those Biff, I like taking them.
I'm gonna be a little chalky here. Yeah, give me Georgia. I think they're kind of starting to hit their stride here. If you can beat Texas by 25, you can beat
could beat
by 44.
Charlotte.
Yeah. Other games here in that early slot: Minnesota Northwestern, Louisville SMU could be fun.
That could be, yeah.
Let's see, Iowa State Kansas could be interesting. A lot of points, I imagine. Tulsa Army. Wazoo, JMU, Baylor, Arizona.
Wazoo, JMU's gonna be fun.
That will be. Baylor, Arizona in that morning slot.
I'll pay attention to that one. I'll watch Arizona.
That'll be a good multi-view game there.
It will be.
And then that brings us to our next ranked game in honor of Alabama playing Mercer around this time of year last year, and you famously taking Mercer. Alabama is playing the Eastern Illinois. What is Eastern Illinois?
They're not the Salukis. The Salukis are Western.
Panthers.
The Panthers.
Okay. The Eastern Illinois Panthers.
I want to see their schedule. I got to see their schedule first.
We all know you're going to pick Eastern Illinois.
I know, but I want to see if they beat. Oh, they're 3-8.
They're 3-8. They're certainly on a 6-game losing streak, and none of them have been. A couple of them have been close. They lost to Lindenwood by 30.
It's an FCS team. Jesus Christ.
Lost to Lindenwood by 30. I'm gonna take. You know what? I'm gonna go on a limb. I'm gonna take Alabama.
Give me the Panthers, baby.
I love commitment to the bit. That's awesome. I do.
I'm already down by so much. I'm already down so much. Might as well.
Yeah. Speaking of Mercer, they're playing the other Alabama team, Auburn. Let's see here. Any other interesting ones? UConn, Florida Atlantic could be interesting. Liberty, Louisiana Tech. Okay. South Florida, UAB. Yeah, no. Okay, not much there. USC, Oregon though. I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of stinkers this week.
There's only 2 ranked versus ranked games in the entire day, but one of them SC's Oregon. As angry as people are that game day is going back to Oregon, and I agree, they should have gone to Montana. To be fair, this is one of only 2 ranked versus ranked games this week. So if ESPN only cares about that, then they made the right choice. If ESPN just wanted to put game day at the true game of the week, then they made the right choice.
Yeah.
But taking it back to the same campus twice in 1 year, I don't like that. I'm not a big fan of that.
Yeah,
anyways,
what's the incentive for students to show up? You know?
Right. Yeah. It's supposed to be like a unique thing. It's supposed to be a fun thing that only happens every, sometimes every couple years, sometimes every 30 years. Yeah. Like there was how many years between when UW was on it versus when they're on it again?
I think the last time was 16.
Yeah, so 9 years, or no, I guess it was 23. So 7 years at the time. Yeah. So, but anyways, Oregon SC, Oregon 9.5-point home favorites against the Trojans. Who you got in this one?
I got USC to cover. I think 9's too much.
I agree. I think USC's too good of a team. Oregon against good teams have not been dominating. No. Yeah, sure, they're dominating the Minnesotas and the Rutgers of the world, but against real solid teams, they haven't really been covering. I could see SC finding a way to make this one tight. I could even see them finding a way to win. But
I could see SC win this one.
Syracuse. This could ultimately be for a playoff spot. I know we were talking so long. Oh, that last game of the year, Oregon Washington will be for a playoff spot.
Dude, please let Lanning lose his last 2 of the year.
This might be the one.
If does 9-3 Oregon make it?
No, I think if Oregon loses one more, they're done. I
One
think
more?
10-2 Oregon doesn't make it. I don't think 10-2 Oregon makes it.
Wow, I think
9-3 Oregon absolutely doesn't.
I mean, they are at 8.
They're 8-1 right now, or 8-2 right? No,
they're ranked 8. They're ranked 7. Okay,
they're ranked 7.
still.
But I think if they lose,
that tells you how the committee feels about them, though. They're ranked 7.
Right? No, but hear me out here, and this is why I feel the way I do. Hold on, let me pull up rankings here. If they lose, SC is going to jump up and they're going to drop down. I think if they lose, you have to move OU ahead of them, you move Notre Dame ahead of them, you move Bama ahead of them, you move BYU ahead of them. Utah, Miami, this is where it kind of gets fishy, but I think SC would jump. And I think Oregon's out at that point because you basically have to be in the top 10.
Yeah.
Like Alabama's the last at large, and they're number 10. So I think Oregon would be out. And now, granted, if they beat UW, then there's a chance they climb back in after that. 9-3 Oregon, 100%.
How sweet would that be if we knocked them out?
That'd be beautiful. I would love that. Syracuse, Notre Dame here next game on the docket. Notre Dame 35.5 point home favorites. I'm still taking the Fighting Irish, man. The Syracuse is awful.
Yeah, they were really bad. All those people wanted to fire Jed for Fran Brown. Where the hell are you now?
So I assume you're taking Notre Dame?
Yeah. Obviously.
Vandy. Only a 9.5 point favorite against Kentucky. Who you got?
I got Vandy, even though I have my doubts about them. I think Kentucky's a real mess this year.
Yeah, they haven't been quite as dominant recently, but I still think they're a much better team than Kentucky, and they're at home. So, Arkansas, Texas. Bobby Petrino going into Austin. Texas is only an 8.5 point favorite. I'm going the Longhorns in this one. I think they get off the schneid a little bit. And
this is a must-win for them. They got to win it.
Yeah. Yep. They seem to
Texas
play a little better at home too.
They
do. Longhorns.
I'm going Texas. Yeah.
All right. I didn't play the gong for our difference on Bama. Hold on. There you go.
Stupid.
Tulane Temple. Tulane 7.5 points. Road favorites.
Hey, buddy. You're sounding like you're in like a. You're back. You're back.
Okay. That was weird.
I think it's from the sound effect.
Oh, that might be it. Anyways, you missed my incredible pun. I said, who will you be taking?
Nice. Roll Tide. Roll Wave.
Roll Wave, yeah. I'm also taking Tulane. Man, we are chalky this week. Our only difference right now is the meme difference.
Because it's all stinkers this week, man.
Yeah, this week's rough. Utah, K-State. K-State, 17.5 point road dogs going to Salt Lake City. I don't know. I don't believe in anything. I know K-State's been better the past few weeks, but on the road... Yeah, no, give me Utah to cover still.
Yeah, in Provo or in Salt Lake City, give me Utah every day.
Yeah.
Isn't it so weird that Utah's in Salt Lake City and BYU's in Provo?
Yeah. Other games: Michigan State, Iowa, Duke, UNC. Great game during basketball season. Yeah, it should be fun. Belichick.
You see Belichick at his girlfriend's cheer event.
I saw that. I did see that. I saw all the captions saying, "Please tell me this is AI generated." My goodness,
it was not.
It was not. It was very real. Let's see. All right, and there we go. We're back to on task here. Michigan, Maryland. Michigan 13.5 points. Road favorites. You got?
I'm gonna go Maryland just because Michigan has shown an inability to cover.
Dang, we are not going to have a lot of differences this week. Yeah, I'm also
Damn
going
it.
Maryland. I thought that was going to maybe finally get one.
Get
But
you.
no,
I thought I'd get you there.
Yeah, and I thought I'd get you there. Dang it.
We didn't take the bait.
Yeah, no, give me Maryland. They're competitive, especially at home, and Michigan just doesn't put up enough points. Now I still think Michigan's going to win, but
yeah, me too.
Houston, 1.5 point home favorites against the Horned Frogs. Ooh, 1.5. This is basically a pick 'em. TC is just playing so bad right now. I'm going to take the Cougs.
Riff, Ram, Bazoo. Give me the Horned Frogs.
Finally, another difference.
For my love of Gary Patterson.
I understand. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Totally I just want to make sure because I played the gong again.
It was totally fine this time. I don't know what happened last time.
Okay, that's weird. Oklahoma State, UCF. If you want to watch two teams that are technically in the Power 4, there you go. It's on ESPN. You know how bad these teams are? They're both Power 4 teams and are on ESPN+. That's how bad these teams are.
The Scott Frost effect.
Yeah. Let's see. Coastal South Carolina, Furman, Clemson. Yeah, it's all these SEC teams playing their late season cup games.
Those are both ACC teams, my friend.
Or sorry, ACC teams. Yeah. Well, SEC teams are doing it too. To be fair, actually, you're fired, hotshot. South Carolina is SEC.
Oh crap.
But Clemson just wants to be SEC.
They do.
And Monroe and Texas State. One of the Texas State's last games in the Sun Belt. And that brings us to Pitt, Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech playing for a chance to clinch their spot in the ACC title game. They are 2.5 point home favorites over the Pitt Panthers. Who are you picking?
If it was tighter, I'd go Pitt, but because I feel like I've seen this story many times. Pitt pulling out goofy upsets, but I'm gonna go Georgia Tech.
Pitt's the king of these late season upsets. However, I also think Pitt isn't going to sneak up on anybody this year because they've actually got a pretty solid record.
That is true.
Georgia Tech's at home.
Their quarterback's about to get paid.
Yeah. Give me the Yellow Jackets here. I think they got Georgia Tech realizes they're playing for a spot in the ACC title game. They got to lock in.
Yeah.
Nebraska, Penn State. Penn State can be very upset that this is not the Matt Rule Bowl, unfortunately. Mexico Air Force, CSU Boise, future Pac-12 matchup there. One of the last time these teams will play with the Mountain West logo on their chests. Yeah. Next time they meet, it will be with the Pac-12 logo on their chests. And that brings us to Tennessee, Florida, where Tennessee is a 4.5 point. What's with Florida getting these small lines the past few weeks?
I don't know.
Give me Tennessee to cover this one.
Yeah, I got Tennessee as well.
If this was like a 14.5 point, I'd probably pick Florida, but 4.5, that's not bad at all.
Because the SEC is so deep, or maybe the SEC is just overrated. We'll see.
Yeah,
it's so deep.
And we've got a team in the 20s going to Camp Randall to take on the Wisconsin Badgers. Where have we seen this before? Illinois is a 7.5 point favorite on the road.
It would be very funny if they lose.
Who are you taking?
I'm going with 7.5.
On one hand, Illinois knows Wisconsin better than UW does.
They do. I'm gonna go Illinois. It's tempting. I'm going Illinois.
It is tempting. I honestly, part of my better judgment's like I literally watched this game happen a few weeks ago. Like, why am I picking Illinois? But like, Illinois is more equipped for the weather, and
they are.
They know Wisconsin better as well. Let's see. Cal Stanford, the big game is here. Oh man, I think Stanford might get him this year. Fingers crossed.
JKS versus Ben Gilbranson.
Gosh, this Saturday lines up perfectly for me. I got U of A and U of A Baylor in the morning, Stanford Cal
Oh,
in
that's
the
nice.
early evening, and UW UCLA is the nightcap. Let's go! All my teams playing at different times.
That's awesome.
UNT Rice, where okay. Western Kentucky LSU. There you go. And that sets us up BYU Cincinnati. What would have been a top 25 matchup had these teams played last week, but they didn't. And BYU is now a 2.5-point home favorite. I just watched Arizona, and don't get me wrong, I don't want to hate on my Wildcats here, but I just watched Arizona walk into Cincinnati and just absolutely snatch their chain, as the kids say. BYU can absolutely do the same. Give me the Cougars.
Yeah, you know how I feel about BYU. They're a really good team. I'm going BYU.
Yes. And then the last ranked game of the weekend, ASU back to the ranks of the ranked, taking on Colorado. They are a 7.5-point road favorites. Who are you picking?
I'm gonna go ASU. Things are looking pretty rough and bold right now.
Not pretty at all. We have two differences all week.
It happened again, Beau.
Yep. It happened again. Houston, TCU, and Alabama, Eastern Illinois.
I believe.
Great. Hey, but to be fair, this with some of these matchups,
This is a tough
is
week.
basically a week 1 or 2, where back
Yeah.
when we had like 2 differences all week because a lot of cupcakes. So, yeah. And then UW, CLA, Utah State, Fresno
UW
State,
ain't covering
State.
10.5. I'm telling you that right now.
No, they're not. They're not. San Jose, San Diego State's a fun game too in the nightcap. I
is.
wish it wasn't on at the same game time. I'd probably watch that. Snapdragon Stadium, what a name. There you go. Do we want to preview UW CLA before we get into Buffalo, Houston?
I feel like we already did.
We kind of already have, yeah. We kind of already have. All right, and that gets us to Buffalo, Houston, where, like I said, you did beat me by 1 last week.
Let's go.
So you get to pick who gets the first pick here. Oh, and we could do a little preview here as well. So, what team do you want to preview for? What team do you want to project for?
I'll take Houston.
Okay.
Actually, can we just promo this? I'm about to crash.
Okay, that's fine. We'll do that more tomorrow.
We got a full pick slate tomorrow.
Yeah, we got a full pick slate tomorrow, and we won't have 2 weeks of NFL action to recap, so we'll be able to be a little bit faster with the recap.
The cold bus is getting to be bad.
Yeah, no, I hear you. So, who you picking then up for Buffalo?
I think I'm gonna go Buffalo. I don't believe in Houston. Cover.
Yeah.
Take the under, folks.
Take the under. Buffalo's offense exploded against Tampa. Now, Houston's got a much better defense than Tampa does, but I think Buffalo's offense might finally be starting to get some momentum behind them. Davis Mills, while he hasn't been terrible, hasn't exactly played inspiring football, so I'm going to take the Bills as well. Mm-hmm. So there you go. That is it for this edition of the West Coast Draft Podcast. A fun one as always. A late night one is 12:12 Mountain Time. So I'm going to hit the hay here pretty soon. I know you are probably feeling the same way if you're an hour behind. But we'll be back tomorrow night for a full preview of NFL action for this week and also recapping another likely crash out for me about the Cincinnati Bengals. Always a fun time, though. Any closing thoughts, Mr. Jokinan?
If one of us is chalky, all of us is chalky. If one of us hit like, all of us hit like. If one of us subscribe, all of us subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Drive safe, folks.